Hey, this is CSB 853 coming at you full throttle. And for this one, I'm just actually going to do a little bit of news. So we're going to talk about Mulan. Uh, I'm not planning on this being a long video. I just want to talk about the current state of affairs. Basically, with COVID 19, it's looking like Mulan's going to lose some money. I did see the news that Disney is going to hold off on it, which I think is not a bad idea. The only thing that's going to be bad about it is that the movie already cost around 200 million. There's people going, "Oh, it's 300 before." No, after researching it, it's a little over 200 million, but easy to say 200 million. But they marketed the heck out of this. So that also means you got to do the safety numbers. So 200 million plus 200 million for the marketing equals 400 million. So to break even, this movie needs to do 400 million, and they're already, I think, tracking the opening weekend to be 25 mil, 20 mil. This is probably going to be one of the worst box office years that we've had in a long time, and we haven't had the best years lately. But this one's going to be really bad because of everything going on, which is just heartbreaking. Not just for the box office, I'm talking about for the people that passed away and everything like that. So I hope they figure this out soon. This gets done, anything like that. I do apologize. Got my notes here. Wanted to reference a few things. So when it comes to Mulan, I'm going to break it down into a few parts. The first part being with them having to do the delay and doing the worldwide release, which makes sense. It's going to hurt either way. But at least with this, and they said they're going to hold off on China till further notice. Disney, I think, has two parks in China, and both of them are suffering right now because they had to get shut down. And they also had to shut down 70,000 theaters, which in 4 days cost them $1 billion. Yeah, and that was like a little bit ago. So every day this is shut down is really hitting China hard. It really is. Just want to make sure. I do apologize. Like I said, I want to get everything. Yeah. So with the theme parks and all that going on, they're having some real major troubles. And this movie, let's be real, they're making Mulan for China. This movie is for us in an interest, but they really are pushing the actors, the way they're doing everything. I don't think it's bad, but I am kind of getting tired of the market always trying to appease China. I get it; they're the second market and stuff, but always trying to appease them, sometimes you hurt your movies. And I'm looking at you, Independence Day Resurgence, because that's exactly what you did, and you hurt your movie. A couple other movies have done it too. And yeah, so with this virus that's going on, COVID 19, that it's really gonna damage this movie. But I think Disney did do a smart idea by saying, "Hey, we're gonna wait until it's cleared, and then we're gonna release in China, so they have no release date." The problem is going to be they're gonna have to get people back into the groove and promotion of it, and that's where they're gonna run into the problem because that's gonna cost money. Because let's say, God forbid, it's like 6 months from now, and they're like, "Okay, now we're gonna release the movie." Well, by that point, people are gonna be like, "All right, in 6 months, you gotta like start getting that train hype back up." And as such, you're gonna have to start pushing and promoting, going through it, and doing that. So yeah, that's one part. Okay, so the next part, I'm not really used to her. I thought she was cool overall from what I've seen of her. The lead actress from Mulan. So she made a comment or retweeted or something about the HK protesting situation that happened in China and everything like that, and how they want democracy, and China, I think, is communist or something like that, pseudo communist. And she was supporting the police with that situation. And some people were calling her out about it because they're like, well, these police are getting brutal, so you're supporting police brutality and you're doing this. Now, I'm gonna do this real quick. I don't remember her name. I did not look up her name or anything like that. She's very new to me. By the way, Ming Na Wen, she played Mulan's voice and everything back in the day. I love her. Agent Shield, I think she's just freaking incredible. I love her. I think she's awesome, and she's aged wonderfully. Just as beautiful as ever. Seems like a sweet person with a nice soul. And even the person that's playing the live action Mulan, I don't think she's terrible or anything like that. I think but just for a real quick, like I said, I don't know your name. I do apologize. But you're about to catch these verbs for a second. You want to catch these verbs. How in the world are you a legalized citizen of the United States and you're going to sit there and make commentary about a country that you don't live in while you enjoy the democracies that are here? Because that's what they're fighting for. They're fighting for the democracy. So you're supporting the one over there, but there. And I'm not even talking about China and whatever. That is their thing. I am not the person. I am talking about here. You from your couch, your freaking armchair warrior self, we're going to sit there and try to tell them, well, I support this thing. What? What are you? You're a legalized citizen here. And you're enjoying democracy here. And that's what they're fighting for. They want the same rights that you have here for the equality of what they feel is there versus what their current government has where they don't feel that it's a democracy or they get enough rights or anything like that. So that's just a real quick segment of you need to calm that down. Unless you're living over there, for you to make that kind of commentary, yeah, that's like me making a commentary about Africa and saying, well, Africa, what? I mean, I can make a opinion about a situation, but I can't talk about something like the Jinjawi or something like that. Jinjawi is a thing that's over there. Look it up. I can't do nothing with that because I don't live there. There are certain things and certain rights and certain stuff that I'm going to be given that I may not be able to do that. So you sitting there saying, well, no, they need, I support this. Now, if you want to support them, that's fine and everything. But at the same time, they're fighting for the thing that you get to enjoy. So you might want to take a look, introspect on yourself. Outside of that, you seem like a nice person. You seem lovely from what I've seen of you. I do apologize. I do not remember your name right now. I remember a lot of stuff. Sorry. So I just need to do that quick little segment right there of you need to catch them verbs for saying that. And the fact that Disney didn't say anything also said a lot because Disney is really nervous about getting that China money and they want that China market and they want the China, give me the money. So like they did with the different endings for Iron Mans and stuff like that. And this particular one, they're like, no, we're going to do a whole movie dedicated to China. Love us, please. It's funny. With that being said, just making sure I got everything here. Yep. So you also have the thing. I'm going to put this right here, make it easier in my life. So you also have the thing right here with the certain movement. I'm trying to think of a way to reference that movement because I agree with the idea behind the movement. I don't agree with everything it's turned into, but at the same time, I think it's necessary, but I think people still take things a little further sometimes. But it ends with the number that comes after 1. And it's all about, and the number that comes after 1, if you can put the two together, riddle me this. So, anyway, there's a thing going on about the character Shang. I'm trying to remember his name. I haven't watched. Li Shang. Yeah, Li Shang. I didn't even have that in my notes. I just remembered I liked it. I liked Mulan, the movie, actually, with the dragon and stuff. So Li Shang seems to be removed from the movie or put towards the end of the movie, from what I'm understanding. There's 2 argument sides to this, and China is apparently not feeling that because they're like, well, he fell in love with the thing. They're like, well, yeah, the officer, but it was Mulan that he was falling in love with. So, yeah. And I think I'm hearing a thing that they might have it at the end after everything's said and done. They're going to get together or something. But then there's like a thing with the letter community, and they're saying that they don't want to incite that because he fell in love with his officer and he thought it was a man, something like that. But China's like, no. So we'll see how that goes. But I got a feeling that Disney might be, if China says jump, they'll say how high. So they're probably going to end up putting it just towards the end and maybe have him in there and kind of dumb his roll down a little or something like that. And they didn't like the idea of a woman or going after a man while they were in a workplace or something like that. I'm like, y'all taking it too far. You're thinking too much. And if people are going to call you out on it, it's usually a small group with very, very loud. Was basically with that community on there and stuff. So a lot of people don't like that. I'm not a fan of that either. I think it was fine the way it was. Mulan's the one who had the crush, and you're kind of taking away. How can I put this? Because you're saying no men work together. It kind of shows she's a strong woman with that, because she knew what she wanted and she went after him. And I don't think that's fair. Like you know, it's okay for a woman to also want to be with a man or want to get with a man in a crush and vice versa, and kind of getting tired of that being demonized a lot of times in these films. Um, yeah, but beyond that, you also have it's kind of an interesting slippery slope. Disney, if this works, okay, but I think they might lose out a little bit because of this COVID-19 situation. Also, too, what's interesting is that because of her commentary, the Chinese government started to push a thing where they're like, well, Mulan is the perfect representation for us and people. And if you're really Chinese, this is what you do, kind of thing. And yeah, so it's like there's a hashtag boycott Mulan, and then there's a hashtag support Mulan from the Chinese government. So the two sides are even going to war, even at that. And it's craziness. I haven't fully made a decision on what I'm going to do about Mulan yet. I'm probably am going to see it. I mean, overall, I don't agree with what she did. I don't agree with her. I get it, for the culture, but I don't think that was cool, and I don't like the fact that Disney didn't pull her code on that. But I felt that that was unnecessary. It's okay, you know, it's her right to say something, only because the reason why I felt it was unnecessary is because she's not going through the situation, she's not dealing with the situation, and she's enjoying the freedoms and the things that America offers that these people want. But then yet she's like against them getting it. That's what it kind of came off as. Sorry, just kind of did. Um, so we'll see how this pans out. Like I said, overall though, personally, I did think the movie looked very interesting. It looks like kind of old school Chinese kind of film. So looking interesting to me. Overall, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I don't have anything against the main actress. Please don't think I do. Like I said, just because I don't like an action someone does doesn't mean that's my whole opinion about the person. So far, from what I've seen of her, she seems like a very sweet and genuine person. I just think that was a little bit out of place. So yeah, you going to boycott Mulan? Or are you going to see Mulan? Uh, Please like, subscribe, share. Tell me what you think. Comment. I'm actually very curious on what people think. How do you feel about it? I think I'm gonna see it, but it may be a how do I call it? You know, that early morning, early bird special, or the Tuesday thing where I only pay like $5. Not because I don't think it is. I like I said, it's still kind of a little weird to me. I'm not a big fan of the catering situation. But it does look interesting, and there's some parts in it that it looks like I really might like. So yeah. So like I said, please like, subscribe, share, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. I would love to see people's reviews on this. And thank you. I will catch you in the next one. And I've got a couple more videos, and I'm probably going to be dropping all of them, even if some from a couple days ago, between tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, and pretty soon I will be doing some unlockings. I haven't done them in a while, and I kind of want to, because I got a lot. If I showed you, I got a bunch of totes and stuff sitting there just full of stuff just to show you. Like, oh, look at this haul here. So yeah, I'll probably be doing a good section of those too. But yeah, and catch you in the next one. I just want to check my notes. Sorry, I don't do the notes all the time, but sometimes I just don't want to forget anything. So see you.